Hello YouTube, today we're playing some Skull and Bones, Ubisoft's new pirate action game. This beta is running until the 11th. The game is about becoming the most infamous pirate in all the seas. It's an MMO, as you'll see live players all around us, but I do believe there's an option to play without the multiplayer. This starting area that we're in right now is St. Anne. It's kind of like the main area for the beta. The map you see here is the only playable area so far, but if we zoom out, you can see the map's pretty large. When you get past the tutorial, which if you guys want to see some gameplay of that, check out the live stream I did on my channel the other day, link in the description and at the end of this video. But we're in St. Anne, which if we zoom in here, is a small little town. You got a lot of the stuff that you need for the beginning of the game here, which we're going to get into. So starting off here, walking through, one of the first things you see is the cookery. These are located at several points throughout this area. You can see there's one here, there's one over here, and one over here. Cooking in this game is, like most games, food gives you a buff. This grill section here is food that just restores stamina. Obviously, the better food you have, the higher the stamina recovery. Over at the actual cooking section, you can see here, this is the only food that I could actually cook. It's because I have the blueprint for it, but I'm missing all the ingredients. And this food here gives you different buffs for like your crew and your ship. Status bonuses, I guess you could say. From here, we can go to the goods trader, Hawker.
You got more business for Mako Lacey?
She sells repair kits for your ship and small amounts of ammo for your cannons. We can see that here. You could buy crates of 10. She's got a limited stock. Additionally, you can buy the repair kits here, but you can actually make these too. She also sells blueprints. You do have to, I think those are ranks, so you got to get it to a certain rank before you can unlock them. You can also sell stuff to her as well.
No better hawker than Mako Lacey.
From her, we're going to go to the tailor over here. This is your character customization in the game. This is where you can buy clothes.
Are you back for me?
For your character, and it's pretty... It's a lot. You know, you can do sets, which if you collect all of these, you can do whole set pieces, which is cool. You can change individual parts, again, with in-game currency, and then it's Ubisoft, so they're gonna have a way for you to spend real money. So these are like premium items that are gonna probably require real in-game money to buy. Masks, jewelry for your neck, like it's pretty extensive in the amount of customization you can do. Tattoos. If you don't, for whatever reason, like the way you made your character look, you also have the and emotes too. Almost forgot. You can do different types of emotes in the game. But if you don't like the way your character looks, come in here to change physical appearance. And you can totally redo the character. So that's nice. But we're going to stick with what we have so far. And then from the tailor, you have this area over here. Warehouse and mailbox. Mailbox pretty straightforward. If you get any in-game mail, I'm not sure what type of mail you'll be getting in-game. So far, it was like the only mail I got was like for playing the beta, and it was like a couple items. But the warehouse area is definitely going to be probably what we end up using more of.
Hello, young pirate. Time to get
So you're gonna be pirating and completing contracts, which will make your inventory full. And this is the area where you can stash your goods when your ship can't hold anymore. So if we go into Access Warehouse here, this is everything I have on my ship called the Dodge Father. This is everything in my warehouse, which we can see is empty. My ship's eventually going to get full. You can see your cargo capacity here. And when it does, that's when you're going to want to start storing stuff in your warehouse. Commodities so far could be the only thing that I think you would want to store if you're wanting to stash a bunch of stuff that you can sell. And that's what I think commodities is, which we'll get into later. But it's pretty straightforward there with the warehouse.
Come back anytime.
And speaking of commodities, let's go to the commodities trader. So this is the commodities trader. If and when you do contracts, which we'll see later, or rob other players by attacking their ships. You can take the commodities you stole and sell them to her. Tatamo. I'm not going to even pronounce that last name. I have yet to actually sell anything to her because I got my commodities from missions and I don't know if I need to keep them yet. But you can also see by the arrows here in the commodities if it's overpriced or not. I believe Hawker, who is like the goods trader we were just at, sells some commodities. So it might be worth looking at if she's selling them for cheap and then you can resell them to the commodity trader for more. But she's, again, pretty straightforward. You can see here the price of this is down. And the price of this seems to be around what it's supposed to be. The restocking changes. I believe it also changes for Hawker as well. So that's the commodities trader. From here, we're going to go and talk to the carpenter. Carpenter's used for upgrading your harvesting tools, which we can see in here. We have like the basic stuff. This allows us to get metal ore, wood from trees, and fiber from plants. You can also get furniture, and what furniture does is gives bonuses to your ship. So this one, for example, increases elemental damage multiplier of mortars by 19%. You can also get more furniture in here, and you can see to unlock them. And again, I believe these are ranks. I'm not sure if they're ships, but you need different ranks to be able to unlock these. Major furniture here, we can see we have one. This was kind of like what you get in the start, but increases acceleration 300% when trim is activated at full stamina. 5% of stamina is instantly consumed to trigger this effect. And you also can get some. This is where you can build repair kits. So I don't have the blueprint for repair kits yet, which means I have to purchase them. But you can track blueprints. So I can add this to my track. So that's the carpenter. I mean, you can also buy and sell from him. Which, oh, no, I can buy this right now from him. We're gonna go ahead and do that, and we're gonna untrack that. And you can see the other blueprints here, which we have yet to unlock. So now, if I wanted to, now we can do repair kits. So let's go ahead and select this. We're gonna craft. And you can toggle min-max, which is basically the max amount you can make with the materials you have. But I still have plenty, so I'm just gonna build one, just to show you guys. From the carpenter, we have the blacksmith, and the blacksmith is all about ship upgrades. You can buy different cannons, large amounts of cannonballs from him. So Hawker, you can only buy 10. Him, you could buy crates of 100 cannonballs, so if you're really low. But yeah, ship upgrades, that's basically what he is. It has like the different types of cannons here and their upgrades. You also have top deck weapons. I don't have a top deck on my ship. You can buy mortars, bows, and these do different damage types and different types of armor. These are like the two basic armors you get kind of in the beginning. I elected to go with the layered scales, which I'll show you later. But they do different types of damage mitigation too. So for the two that we have, let's say this is the layered scales. It does it gives you 190 armor and then damage mitigation of 21% for piercing. If we go to the iron husk, it gives you explosive mitigation and a slightly more armor. So depending on what you're doing with your ship and where you're going, it might be beneficial to have different armor types equipped. And we'll see how to equip those later. And then obviously you can buy different types of ammunition. And you can also buy blueprints from him, which we bought all the blueprints so far that we can.
Don't go drowning in a mud puddle.
So that's everything that I have unlocked so far. The refinery here I do not have unlocked, so don't know yet what that's for. But if we head back to the staging area, we can get ready to set sail. So this is like setting, this is the area to set sail. You can come up to this and embark by pressing F, or you can do Z. If you hold Z, it brings you to this menu. You can set sail, and you can do this menu from any part of the island, so it's much faster. You can see your repair kits, how many cannons you have. Setting sail puts you right out into the ocean. Managing cargo, this is kind of like the warehouse menu. So you can do a lot from this menu. You can manage your ship, which I think is probably the most important. This would be where you equipped weapons. So if you buy new cannons, or you want to put them in different parts of your ship, so I have cannons in the front and 2 sides, you can do that. Armor, this is the armor I was telling you about, the layered scales, but if you had other armor types, you can equip them here. Furniture, this is also what I was talking about. So you can buy furniture for different buffs. You can only equip 1 major furniture on a ship, I guess, because those are the biggest buffs. I mean, it's the only one we have, so we're gonna go ahead and equip that one already. Ship cosmetics, you can put different stuff on your sail, but these are sets, just like the clothing. These are entire sets for your ship. But you can change the color palette. You can do patterns, different types of emblems, figureheads. Pretty decent amount of customization so far. Nameplates, which I think is cool. Your wheel, your flag, like they got a lot. How your crew looks, pets, trophy. Like there's a lot that you can customize on your ship here. You can edit your ship name here, get up to 15 characters, and you can also change your ship. The only other ship I have is the starter ship, which we're not gonna do, but it's the Dow. But that's the managing the ship. You can also do repairs here if your ship's hurt. This makes it so you don't have to use a repair kit. And then again, you can change ships here. So that's everything so far that I have for you. And this is in the main staging area of St. Anne. Again, if you want to see the intro to the game and whatnot, I recommend you check out the live stream I did. Me and my friend Miles worked together in the beginning to just play around and try out the game. So what we're going to do now here is we're going to press tab. We're going to go into our journal by pressing G, and we're going to see the mission. This is our main mission, which we're going to be tracking. These are side missions. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. These are not side missions. These are things that I could build if I wanted to. You can keep track of what you need to build them. And then that way you know, like, oh, I can build it. And go back here and go to the blacksmith and get it done, or the other vendors where you have to craft it. You can also track them. But what we're going to do is we're just going to stick with this mission here. So we're going to destroy company gatherer ships. We just have to sink 2 gatherers. And this is our reward for it. Repair kits, some money, and a cosmetic. So we're going to, again, hold Z. And we're going to set sail here. So there is a third person and a first person view. Again, these are the other ships of other players that are currently at the island. First person view is actually pretty cool. You can see your crew. There's a little compass there that points to north always. And you can hear them singing, which is cool. This menu here, you can bring up by pressing control. You can change the shanty. Actually, I've never used Crow's Nest. Oh, it's like a vantage point. That's cool. You also have the food. I don't have a water flask, but I can change this. I want to unequip this. Select it. I can equip the grilled fish, which is plus 40 stamina. So we're going to assign that. We don't have any cooked food for this, so I can't change anything there. Got a camera mode. That's toggle third person. But I can do a lot of this with just buttons on the screen. You see there on the bottom of the screen, there's hold S to disembark. That's going to put us right back on the island. So to get started, we're going to press W twice here. And that gets us going. This gets our ship going. Puts the sails down and gets us going. You can see some of these ships are fighting here. So we're actually going to go around that. We don't want to get involved. Oh, this guy's going to accidentally ram us. So we're going to turn on the turbo there. I don't even know what to call that. I forget what they call it in the game. Oh my. I have no idea what's going on there. If you see stuff floating in the water, pick it up. It's usually like resources and stuff that maybe a sunken ship left behind, or sometimes stuff just spawns in the water. And again, if we look at the map here, you can see these lines. They're trade routes. Following them gives you possible loot. Sorry, making sure I'm not crashing here. So we can see if I follow this trade route, possible loot there is that stuff. This trade route, possible loot there. So we're actually getting into the area for where we need to start attacking ships. So we need to sink 2 gatherers. You can press R to scan ships. So there is a gatherer over here. So we're going to lower the sail to turn a little sharper here. Raise it back up. And our ship's called a rammer. One of the specialties of our ship is exactly what it sounds like. Ramming into ships. You see the red highlighted sections of the ship? We actually want to target those. Turn back around here. I'm not going to ram him just because he's too close to shore. We're going to come back around here. Put some more shots on. We do have cannons in the front. We're going to take advantage of those cannons.
Nice one, Captain! We've got him on the rocks! Let's storm the bastard! We've got him!
This is the first time I've ever actually done this crew boarding. I have no idea what this is. I got out of the menu too quickly, but what it was you get up next to the ship like that, your crew gets on, I'm assuming. Oh shoot, that's Campaign Royal, so they're more like military ship. Oh no, these are gatherers too. Okay, so we can check them out. He's got more money. What does this guy got? Oh yeah, we're gonna go after you.
Spread the sails! Fire! No other thing!
Turn it all the way back around. Don't have any cannons in the rear, so we're not gonna be able to fire.
Take us to San Capzeni! We are ready for war! Captain! They can't match us! They are done!
We're actually just gonna sink this one. So we didn't board that one like we did the other ones. We just sunk that one, but we could still collect the loot. So that's a success on this mission. So we're gonna head back to Saint Anne. I also see this space bar. There's like a shield. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's for ramming. Okay, so I can brace the crew for the ram. Nice.
We're more floating than a pig, Captain.
Captain.
So we're gonna avoid the military ships. I think that's why those guys were getting shot at when we were leaving St. Anne. Yeah, those look like military. So this is a gatherer. This is what we were going after. These look like military ships. So we're gonna stay away from them. Yeah, he's getting wrecked. And we're just gonna go back to this area of St. Anne, because this is like the safety zone. You don't get into any combat when you're in here.
Got that! The wind helps our sails! Fire a warship sighted!
Yeah. It's almost dead though, actually. Well, he is dead now. That tiny little ship was able to take him out. Actually, is it the same type of no, it's the same type of ship I have. You can also scan other players, see what kind of cargo they have, decide if you want to steal their loot or not. Once you get close here, you'll see the disembark shows up. You just hold S, and it automatically parks your ship, and you get off. Player-to-player combat is just like the player versus enemy combat there. When you go to shoot other players, you want to target their weak points. Use different types of ammo and different types of cannon in certain situations. Again, with our ship, you can ram into another ship and it does extra damage. And then if you sink their ship, you can obviously collect their cargo. I've never been sunk, and I've never actually been in any combat with another ship, so I'm not sure if you like just respawn here or what happens to your ship. But we completed our first blood quest here, so we need to report your success to the blacksmith. So let's go to the blacksmith. So let's talk to him. And this is our available contract that we're going to submit.
Those frogs barely.
So there you can see our infamy on the right. We're still labeled as an outcast, but because we completed that mission, now we're upgraded to a scoundrel. The higher the infamy you are, the better contracts you can get, and the more quote-unquote famous you are amongst the pirates. So this is another available contract from the blacksmith. Unwelcome aboard. This is the rewards we get from it. So we're going to go ahead and accept this.
This next job.
Attack, skirmishers, boarding warships offers a chance to loot weapons. Okay. So boarding ships actually is more beneficial than sinking them. We do have some mail, so let's check out the mailbox. So we upgraded to being a scoundrel instead of what we were before. And it looks like we get some cosmetic items for it, a new flag that we can put on our ship, and some sort of chest. So let's take it and let's put it in the warehouse. Now let's check our warehouse.
A growing pirate needs more space.
And we can see the chest in here. A chest gifted to you by an unknown sponsor. So what happens if we click it? Okay, open. And we get a blueprint and an armor we already have. Cool. So I wonder if I could probably sell this armor since I already have it. And you can see we now have lots of ingredients, which means we can probably try to cook something.
It's very hot.
And we got some more commodities. So this is the part where I'm not sure if I need to keep these. I don't think I do. I really don't. Since we have so many, maybe we can see what it looks like when we actually get rid of some. So let's go over here to the commodity trader.
I stake my wares that your name will surpass
Buy and
Skerlock's
sell.
one day.
We're gonna sell. We'll keep these because the price of this is low. But yeah. Sell it for some cash. Nice. Pretty straightforward. And if you buy stuff from her when the price is down, because right now the prices are up on it, so we can only sell it to her for just one up. We can only sell it to her for 60, right? But we can buy it from her for 109. So
Deals only
the
today.
price of it is obviously higher on her end than what we can sell it for. So we're not going to want to buy it. But if this is, let's say, it ever gets to a point where it's less than 60 and we can sell it to her for more, then obviously that's a good opportunity to make some extra coin. And you can see this stuff restocks every hour. And then go ahead and sell that. So yeah, it's pretty straightforward. And you can easily, or not easily, but you can probably make a lot of money from that. And by plundering other ships, doing contracts, fighting other players, getting their cargo, and doing that. So let's try the cookery too, now that we have some extra ingredients, just to see what that looks like. Yeah, it looks like we can make grilled coconut. Much like the grilled fish, restores stamina. And we have a lot of coconuts. I don't believe any of this other stuff requires coconuts. We need 1 flour for this, which we don't have. But yeah, 1 flour for this, and 1 coconut. So let's make a couple of these, just so we have something extra. Because if we go into our inventory,
Ever sailed the northern seas, mate?
which we could do by doing Z, manage cargo, you can see we had the grilled coconut now. And some other foods. Grilled bread, obviously our commodities. Which, you know what? We're going to transfer the commodities to the warehouse. Because we don't want to lose them if our ship gets sunken. So let's actually transfer a lot of this stuff. Because I mean, if you lose your ship, all of this stuff goes to whoever sinks your ship. So we're going to transfer this to the warehouse. A lot of that's crafting material anyway, so no sense in carrying it around. But now we have tons of space to be plundering. So that's Skull and Bones for you. Pretty, like I said, pretty straightforward gameplay there. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope I made good sense of stuff for you. If you want to see another episode, I can try to record another episode before the end of the beta. But let me know. God bless. And I'll see you guys in the next video.